chat. Chat's not here. Sounds really quiet. Bethesda. Is it crashing? What's going on? Oh, shaders. I think there was a lot of text. Need to do a picture for the thumbnail, eh? 2 days. We took a day off. We played. I think we played Formula 1, Gran Turismo yesterday. But I mean, finished off the exhibiting with the boys. This was a pretty good end to the season. Pardon me. That's right. Mission is retrieve. Speak to them.
Identity verified. You may proceed to the exit.
How can I be of service, Captain? Yes, Captain.
Wow, bastard. Isn't it? You wanted me to kill someone, that's right. Who was it?
I see you wearing that narrow amp. Don't try any of that mind control.
Captain, did your meeting go well? I hope it's clear now why we needed you to agree to all the secrecy.
Tiffany was not prepared for that. I don't see what the big deal is. I'm gonna go out living in your basement. I could do that.
Exactly. Just another prisoner. Nothing you'd ever even think of bringing up in conversation. With anyone. Ever. We understand each other?
To whoever I want. Freestyle Collective should be at least be told.
No, they really shouldn't. And bringing up what you've learned outside this building will make you, Captain, look like a crazy person. I don't want that, and you certainly don't want that. So you need to keep this to yourself. Now, was there something in particular you wanted to discuss about your meeting?
Deal with Dr. Orlas. I figured you and I should discuss.
Dr. Reginald Orlais? He's finally found him. Of course, killing Orlais is completely out of the question, but bringing him to justice... He's been on the lam for years. That'd be a huge win for the UC. What's being offered in return?
Research teams.
Really? He found the members of the research team. We'd already initiated a search for them, but it'd save a lot of time and manpower if he just gave us that information. Captain, if that's the deal, you have my endorsement. Just so long as you make every effort to bring the man in alive. Now, was there anything else you wanted to discuss regarding your meeting?
To the den, I mean, you told me.
The Den? It's a star station. Orbiting Wolf, the second star station actually to bear that title. The first one was blown to smithereens by House Varun during the Serpent's Crusade. The place has always acted as a remote strategic hub, primarily for repairing and refueling UC military vessels. But because of its distance from the rest of the UC, things there have always been a little more lax. Patrols included. I can think of worse places in the galaxy for a criminal to hide out.
Okay.
Then I'll bid you good day, Captain, and remind you of the importance of discretion.
To the den. To Captain Marquez. Is Marquez the one at the front, yes? Where is Marquez? My game's wigging out. Really bad. Take a photo. Seems a bit janky. Look at the frames per second on the screen. It's freaking out.
Escape trajectory plotted.
Oh, looks like some artifacting on that building.
It's very quiet out in space. You would think there would be trumpets wherever you go.
Hey, Dad. Want to hear a joke?
Sure. Feel free, you can always use some butterfly.
Okay. Who can jump higher than a... Grav jump complete.
documentary about your life will be
Good
made
one,
into a
Cora.
movie.
Hey,
And
next time you see
who
Barrett,
think
try it
will
out on him.
play me?
What did Dora Van just say? Yeah, he's weird.
Solid docking job there. Nice work.
Be harder dockers. Yeah, there's a chat. Why does the chat work there? But
Ranger?
Look who's back. You got something quick? Kinda busy at the moment.
how'd you might know Reginald or Lace?
Or Lace. Doesn't ring a bell. Anything you can tell me about him?
I don't want to say too much. He's a former US scientist wanted for war crimes. He's supposedly leading the Etheria.
A man? Living around Etheria. The gas giant. Only one ship like that I know of. Never docks. Doesn't respond to hails. They call it the Warlock. Maybe this Orlace of yours is the one piloting it. I can give you the coordinates to its last sighted location if you want. Just, well, you'll need to be careful. That part of Etheria's sky is an old debris field. Plenty dangerous. More than a few scrappers heading out never came back.
What's so dangerous about Etheria orbit?
Well, the original dense star station was destroyed decades ago during the Serpent's Crusade by marauding House Varun zealots. Big part of the remains from those battles ended up gathering around Etheria, forming a nasty debris field. Every now and then, some headstrong scrapper comes limping back because they hit an 80-year-old mine. Or sometimes they don't come back at all.
I'll take those coordinates.
Sure thing. Here. This should get you pointed in the right direction. Go get your man.
Got anything you need to offload? Trade authorities always buy. Kiosk, right?
How may the trade authority... I hope we have what...
Actually, I'm gonna get a
Was there something you needed? I hope we have what you need.
chunk to sell. Oh, they buy stolen goods. They buy cider. Theft. Yeah, 45. That mission come.
Nice. Clean sip there. A credit for your thoughts, as they say.
Maybe they automatically put through on scan this place? Some space.
Try to spin down.
This is
Jump
United Colony
spot.
Space. Maintain current course while we scan for contraband. Scan complete. You are cleared to land at New.
Back to. Back to Victus. Section 7. Is this where we can price them? So turning down the gear settings.
Welcome back, Captain. do you have some news for me regarding Dr. Olays?
My part. Newsflash. He's dead.
So he didn't come quietly then, as I suspected. I presume you have evidence of this.
Found this ID.
Excellent. Please, deposit it in the transfer
What's that
system.
took his ship, eh?
Transfer accepted.
Would you look at that? Kept it all these years. Some simply couldn't let go of that old world.
Set it up.
This is fine work, Captain. I can ensure the remaining team members find their way to the Red Devil's headquarters. Except for one. That one you'll need to collect yourself. His name is Kaiser. You can find him on the Freestar world of Nira, wandering the battlefield there.
Okay.
The area was ground zero for xeno-weapon deployments during the war, so I would arm yourself appropriately. And I think you'll want to check in with Hadrian and Dr. Walker before paying it a visit. Kaiser will likely have security protocols you'll need their help to overcome.
Wait, is this Kaiser guy on River?
A military Model A, yes. Specifically customized for the needs of the Xeno warfare team during the Colony War. A powerful resource, if you can recover him. Of course. We're protecting the galaxy, Captain. We'll need every tool at our disposal.
Optional to talk to other people. You just fast travel. It's a waste of time. The Hadrian was... Oh no, this is where you can produce some weapons. That's my picture.
Captain, welcome back.
Oh, this goddamn planet. You romanticize a place when you're away from it for long enough, but I forgot what a dust-crusted pit Mars can be. Now you, what do you need?
Introduce myself, Captain. I like Vanguard.
Oh, that's you then. I was informed we might be working together. Don't much care for Vanguard. But sounds like you two really got into the thick of it back in New Atlantis. My sister's kids live in the city. So, thank you for what you did there.
You got cheap prices. So I'm really just hitting myself.
Don't think it's a controversial belief that the UC should spend its money on its own people first, rather than doling out credits to pilots from God knows where. But, considering the evidence before me, I guess the program's not a total waste. So, what you did for New Atlantis, I appreciate it. Yeah, they both came through okay. One science division, others an artist. Effectively useless human beings that would have had no reason to be anywhere near the fighting. Still, Would hate to see anything happen to him. Now, what was it you needed?
So we got this specific.
No more reliable hardware in the galaxy.
Some cool armor. That's UC. How do we get legendary ones of these? That's sick. All the little dings and stuff on that one. Calibrated. Nice. So cool. Different colors. Kind of want one. Let's see. Calibrated. I wonder if his inventory changes. Dr. Orion. Nice gift. Where is that? Why does it work so much? Jesus, slow.
Was afraid you might have gotten reassigned. You've been gone so long. So how's it feel to be a citizen?
Honest, doesn't really feel any different.
To each their own. Still remember my ceremony. 19 years old, standing on the front deck of Mast, looking over the city. One of the proudest days of my life. But it is real good to have you here again. We've been going through the Terramorph data and, well, we're gonna need all the help we can get. These logs, they're even more thorough than I remembered. Genetic workups, population statistics, hell, even their food chain. I'd completely forgotten, for example, that there was a creature that actually ate terramorphs. At this point, the data's given us more options to explore than we have people to work on them.
Terramorphs? Research teams on its way. What kind of monster eats terramorphs?
Well, 8. They went extinct a few decades back. A big lumbering thing called an Aceles. Something I'd love to learn more about, if we had the people to look into it.
I can help with that. I found a research team.
That'd be something, wouldn't... I'm sorry, are you? You're serious? You found our research team? That's incredible. That accelerates everything. With them back, it'll let us... Wait. Kaiser. Did you find Kaiser?
He's my next stop. Next stop. I need your help with becoming his security practice.
That's right. You would need that. Whoever gave you these leads sure knew their stuff. Oh, how? How exactly did you manage to find them?
Should we tell him? Some help. We need to just tell us.
Miracle worker is more like it.
Let's fix my faceplates real quick. We can lock these mofos. Wait, maybe make the chat a bit bigger? And this place a bit bigger. And then, wait, do we flip it? Transform, flip horizontal. Then go this way. Bam.
Getting Kaiser back, that gives us more than a few new paths forward on dealing with the terramorphs. But if he's been out there on his own all this time, you're gonna need something. Come on. We've already made a lot of progress getting this place back online. Some of the containment chambers were a bit on the unpleasant side, but the facility staff made short work of that. I know it's here somewhere. Uh-huh. Here, Kaiser schematics. Actuators, weapons, batteries. That old robot's been MIA for a while, so chances are he's gonna need some repairs. He's also got a lock on his voice controls. You can give yourself authorization with the phrase, Nos belli machinis. Now, where exactly is the old machine?
The battlefield and a battlefield near. That's how it was described to me.
A battlefield? On Nira? Ugh, sheesh. No wonder no one's found him. That sector of Nira was destination #1 for xenoweapons during the war. Add to that general environmental devastation and the kind of lawlessness that comes with any Freestar world, and that planet's got more than enough ways to make a visit your last. But I think there's a place where you can start your search. Yep. One-of-a-kind salvage. Licensed to an Angelo Alonso. Goes by Gel. As good a place to start as any.
Right, off to Nero.
And I'll make sure we're ready to put him to use as soon as you got him.
Yes. just gonna do something.
Shields up! Fire everything!
Want to hear a poem I wrote? It's called a haiku. I just read about them.
Your haiku, your boots polished, sounds exciting. Your mirror shine.
Okay. It's called space. Space is cold and dark. Starships fly there like comets, carrying us home.
Not bad. Hey, will you write it down so I can carry a copy with me?
I'll copy down too. You know how you lose things. I still don't know how you lost that picture of Nibbles the comet-eating bunny.
Constellation has been collecting a ton of new things, ancient things. Do you think people are starting to notice?
Being here. Strange.
Can I clean the VR again?
Bring it here, I'll do it.
Because
It's alright, yeah. That's what happens when you're getting sweaty. What the hell? I just spawned in this area and then there was like, where's the brush? There was like this snake going across there.
Really?
And all these booby trap automated turrets building.
Will it kill you?
Gonna be so good after the queen. Would you give me another round? Cheers, my man. He's a good boy. best VR headset cleaner in the world. You know what I'm saying? What are these guys? They shoot at me? I don't know.
Don't get a load of visitors coming through. Can't imagine what keeps them away.
Finest supplies on the planet. Also, only supplies on the planet.
One of a kind.
Kaiser? No bot around here with that tag. Oh, unless you mean Captain Ahab? At least, that's what we've all been calling him. No clue what his actual designation is, since he's got some sort of security protocol that prevents inquiries and general chit-chat. But he's a combat bot, right? Yeah, that machine's been out there a while now, hunting this one siren. His white whale. But it's been a while since anyone's laid eyes on Captain Ahab, though. Maybe he finally got the thing. Or it got him.
Could be him. Whoever I'm looking for worked for the United Colonies Xenobots. Not Ahab, Kaiser. It's a siren.
Nasty kind of alien left behind after the colony war. Pretty much blind. Original ones brought to Nera were all xeno-weapons. But those critters have long since passed. Well, all right. So, sounds like you've got two options. You can wander around out there, hunting your bot, little old white whale of your very own. Maybe you find him, maybe you get yourself killed. But knowing this rock is part of what we do here, so if you want to find him a whole lot faster, I'll sell you what I know about this. Kaiser's location. Going rate's a little steep, but I'm willing to negotiate.
Let's do persuade just to...
I'm listening.
Get it. What's the harm if you help me?
I mean, it might be okay.
Look, you don't seem to understand what I'm tired of asking. Tell me now. I get it. You've got your orders, I got mine.
Yeah, I hope so.
Glad you're starting to come around, my point of view.
Maybe we can work something out. Okay. Pleasure doing business with you. So, last anyone heard of him, he was out near the Syracuse. Shipwreck about a quarter click down the main strip. One of my roughnecks said he heard some kind of beacon. Just keep your ears open. You should find your machine. Eyes open, too. Sirens and Ecliptic out there, and neither takes prisoners. Oh, and corpse retrieval is not included in this transaction, so now you know. Give Ahab Kaiser our best.
Gel claims him and his pops bought this place for next to nothing. I think that's ridiculous. Someone should have paid them.
What I wouldn't give for fresh terror brew right now.
sirens. Turrets are there because of the sirens.
The hardest part of my job. Distractions.
What can I do for you? Here's what I've got.
Microsoft. Whoa. Can we get it cheaper?
Ah, so that's where your machine's been. Ran out of juice.
He's gonna charge me.
Heat leeches, wasn't it? Those little stowaways are everywhere on this rock. Suck the power out of a pen light if you let them.
Jesus.
But a micro cell. That's military-grade tech. I think we might have one, but I can promise you, it's not going to be cheap. You could probably Frankenstein one together using our fabrication system here, but only if you had some quality schematics. So, I just brace for a little sticker shock. Wouldn't have lasted real long here, doing what we do without a top-notch fabrication system. So long as you've got the specs, it should be able to handle making you a microcell. But finding materials up to the task, you're likely going to be sifting through quite a few mech hulks out there to find what you need. Though, if you think you can actually manage something like that, I'm willing to make you a deal. Spots where you should be able to find quality parts. But in return, any excess materials you collect, you sell to me, all right? Save us from risking our necks on another run out there.
Get yourself a deal.
Then let me just mark those collection points.
do with the settings, because it's pretty janky, man. $50? Is this where we make Microsoft? Easy. I don't know what I keep selling the product. So now we gotta fix our robot friend. Sweet.
Battery accepted. Operational power levels restored.
within acceptable limits. Thank you for your aid. I must resume my mission. Please step aside.
Your mission just got superseded, Major. Major and Sanan wants you back.
Major Sanan will have to wait. I cannot leave my mission. Although previous attempts to disarm the weapon have been unsuccessful, additional support may allow me to complete my active mission more quickly, allowing me to leave this place.
Okay. I can do that.
Excellent. We must disarm Unit XW-99. Designation Siren. Nearest final Xeno weapon. Are you ready to proceed to the mission site?
Let's move out.
Follow me.
Man, his voice is he just like Vasco?
Mind your step. As you have no doubt witnessed, this region can be as well. Side of that reach, but it appears to be under the control of hostile forces. Sensors suggest Ecliptic, a mercenary company like Ecliptic, would only want Unit 99 to utilize it as a weapon. This means Unit 99 must be disarmed immediately. Standard procedure would be a frontal assault on the outpost. No quarter given.
Okay.
Do you concur?
Frontal assault sounds good to me. It's on the same page here. You say disarm Unit 99. Okay, you're right.
That is the standard method of Xeno weapon disarmament. Yes.
Okay.
Moving out.
Sniper out.
Systems suggest hostiles in area.
Might take a while. This fishing is really time consuming. Hey, how come I'm using all my photos? Wakazashi. Fluffy. What have I got? Star rumor. We want something better. Takes too long, man. Takes too long. How creepy is that background, eh? Get a legendary Big Bang. Oh, I love that gun. New shotty. So what do we have on? Oh, we already have a legendary Big Bang. That's crazy. 74. So much damage. Suppressed. Just double damage on bashing. Damage increases as health decreases. Systems. So Lumen? Starfield.
Oh, this is Starfield.
Just fancy guns.
Captain's service is now complete. Mine, however, continues. Our work here is finished. Now, what is this mission you spoke of? Major Sanan is involved?
Adrian, I want you to help prevent a possible plague of terramorph attacks.
A plague of terramorph attacks. That is disconcerting. You are docked at one of a kind. I will meet you there.
Show the monsters we kill. It's just it's pretty hard to kill. Brag's crazy. We're in a robot graveyard. Let's go. I don't know if we can try it. I needed him for a mission, and he said he wouldn't leave until I completed his missions. I'll show you my ship. I built it.
I can see you can fix every robot here.
Turn to Red Devil's HQ. Here's my ship.
Locked in and ready for liftoff.
There it is. See?
Oh, what the heck? That's massive.
Got big guns.
That's humongous.
They come facing the rear. People that chase them. Three big engines. I'll take off and look at it.
Whenever I'm lost, I think, what would you do?
Thrust aspiring.
That is my baby. Tags. People type those in, they'll find my video.
Apogee kick complete. Orbit steady.
Stay up late reading undercovers. Did you learn anything new from your book last night?
Don't pretend to be mad at me. I know you aren't real. I learned that back on Earth, people used to use the stars to navigate. That's so cool. But I guess it only worked because they just lived on one planet. And that sounds boring.
Remind me one of these days to tell you the tale of a certain Solomon Cone and where his stargazing landed him.
Maintain your current course while we scan your ship's cargo. You're cleared to land.
Thanks. Well, there's a ship that landed there that we need to investigate.
We have arrived. I will meet you inside the facility.
I can't believe it.
Major Sanan, Dr. Walker.
You're in better shape than I expected, Kaiser. Shouldn't take us long to get you back up to full fighting capacity.
This is good to hear. I was told there was a new threat on the horizon. I wish to learn more.
Percival will give you the full story.
Plus, get you dressed for the occasion.
Occasion? Where are we going?
Londinian.
Londinian. Doctor, will require additional armaments.
That's the plan. Come on.
Captain, you're with me. Time to walk you through what we came up with. So the problem we're up against is vast. Terramorphs, they can be anywhere. Meaning us finding and disposing of them ourselves isn't an option. But what if we could let something else do the work for us? Come on. I'll walk you through what we're thinking. You remember that creature we talked about before you went to Nira? The thing that eats terramorphs, the Asylees?
Wait, yes, I remember, sure.
Apparently, they were bloodhounds for terramorphs. But when the UC ran low on synthetic foods during the colony war, the Asylees were chosen to fill in the gaps.
Well, they ate them?
We thought they were harvested to extinction. But in the data, the research team found the location of a few remaining specimens. As you can see, what we're proposing is bringing them back.
Wow.
We'd breed populations of them, distribute them to human worlds, and then let nature take its course. Using a method that thousands of years of adaptation have already perfected. We could speed up their breeding process using some of the same technologies that were used to create me. We even think that with some time and investigation, we could use the Asylees' hunting skills to track down the terramorph transmission method at long last. Find out how humanity spread them and put an end to the terramorph problem definitively.
Maybe we are the terramorph. Using aliens to our own ends sounds like there's the animal team all over again.
I suppose that's a fair comparison. Except that this time, we'd be protecting human lives, not ending them. Now, there is another option for removing the terramorphs from our worlds. It's faster, maybe even more efficient, but riskier. A microbe. Something we could aerosolize, let spread, and have it clean up anything with terramorph DNA for us, which would include morphs, and we expect their transmission method. It'd still take time to build, test, and distribute, but no other method could hold a candle to it when it comes to sheer efficiency. Not even the Asylees.
Sounds like we're bring the fire with the Asylees. With the microbe. Less could mean lives lost.
Percival assures me that they're minimal. He'll be able to encode safeguards against mutation in the agent's genetics, so that they stick to the task of cleaning up terramorphs. But the microscopic world has a tendency to behave in ways you can't always predict. So to say there's zero risk would be a lie.
Dispersing the microbe or these things.
Inclined that way myself. With either path, though, we're looking at a long-term commitment. Years of work. Even just getting these plans off the ground is going to take time. And all routes are going to require some highly specific materials to make things work. Terramorph cell lines we can breed quickly and consistently to test on. Asylees' gene samples we can use to rebuild their bloodlines. Or sharpen our microbes' tracking skills. Not the sort of things any labs just got lying around. But we think we found a lead. One place in the known galaxy where we know we should be able to find all the materials we need. All paths lead to Londinian.
Londinian, here we come.
Exactly what I was hoping to hear. Now, the UC has a small operating base on Londinian's outskirts. We're cleared for access, but we'll need to check in with the base commander, Sarah Hatoum, when we touch down. I'm gonna help Percival and Kaiser prep, but once that's done, we'll rendezvous with you there. But you need to know, Londinian, it belongs to the Terramorphs. They'll have anti-Xeno gear for us at the base, but I'd make sure you've got your favorite arms on hand.
Could feed a small planet with the amount of food this place goes through. Everything up to spec.
Designed to pack a bigger punch, but stable. Fail on occasion. Reckless bombardment. Wow, that is a bit of damage. That's all right. Let's go. I'm pretty sure I've been there. I think I ran into it. I was just traveling. I should have sold him all that stuff we got.
You again. You're advised to leave this orbit immediately.
Need to be here meeting with Commander Hunter.
Let me check my logs. Alright, you can proceed. We'll let them know you're on your way down.
Quickly into my resources. Make some weird noises, the flashes, Oh, I have to press that again. It's me waving at the Rhodesian office. Oh yeah, we leveled up. What should we spec into? Oh, is there a fight going on? Laser particles? glitch where it's really what you see. What the hell is going on? Very annoying.
I pride myself on knowing everyone on this world, and I don't know you. You're with the collection team then, I presume. Either that, or you're one deeply unlucky trespasser.
Captain Malik, Vanguard. You expected me?
Vanguard, eh? Brief said you were an eclectic group. You must have really shined out on the fringe to get assigned a task like this. Ah, then this must be the rest of your outfit.
Commander Hatum,
No need for introductions, Major Simon. Dr. Walker, your reputations precede you, as does the urgency of your mission, so I'll get to it. Now, Londinium is one of the most dangerous places in the Milky Way. It's with good reason my soldiers and I do everything we can to avoid entering the city. Terramorphs are omnipresent, and the structural damage left behind when Major Sinon's father bombed its spaceport has turned large swathes of the metropolis into a decaying labyrinth. As such, we'll be providing you all with gear, information, and uploading municipal unlock codes to your robot. Every tool you could need to succeed out there.
Okay.
Except one. Once you're on the other side of those barriers, you will be on your own. If you get into trouble, my people will not be coming. Do we understand each other?
Understood. Don't expect backup.
Precisely. I'll leave you to your preparations then. You can find your equipment in our armory, base of the tower just outside. And I do believe there's someone waiting for you there, Captain. Now, once you're outside the base, it's my personal suggestion you make a beeline to the nearby Aceles plant. It contains one of our field caches. Though I can't guarantee it won't contain anything else. I hope you all find what you're looking for out there. Robot, you're coming with me.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Commander. Percival, you all set to hook into their comms tower?
Should only take a few minutes. Let's get this done and get the hell out of here.
Percival will be scanning the city for our samples from here. When he finds one, he'll transmit the coordinates to us out in the field.
Okay. What the location of these samples?
All right. Head over to the armory and gear up. Once you're done, we'll meet by the entrance to the city.
you're out there, don't trust what the voices tell you.
Howdy.
Crossbow. Apparently these determine what we get.
Okay.
Wow.
Hello.
We change these.
Pardon? Drop off all the access.
Give him one for me, all right?
Heard you're going out there willingly. Damn. Excuse me. You match our description. The Vanguard captain? The cabinet wanted you to have something. Make sure you had the best tools for the task at hand. Now, if you'll excuse me.
What is that? Every full shot fires 2 projectiles. That's sick. Wow.
Those codes will allow you to temporarily restore power to most facilities in the city. Systems should shut themselves back down automatically.
Duly noted, Commander.
All set on your gear?
That's cool.
Are you ready to do this?
She's about crazy. Actually, I'm ready.
Then let's get this show on the road. Kaiser? Percival, everything green on your ends?
I am ready.
Wait.
Personal comm should be routed through Kaiser now. You copy that?
Roger, loud and clear.
Perhaps too loud.
Oh, you're a riot robot.
Kaiser, kick it off.
Unlock code transmitted. You may open the gate when ready.
Alright. On our way into the city. Percival, where are we heading?
Running the first sweep. Got one. A Sealy's. Not far. Old shipping yard just past the processing plant. Gene samples are probably in one of the containers.
What? That creature. It's dominated. Must be a morph nearby keeping it under its sway. Let's put it down. Morph them. Clean them up. I'd like the chance to study that.
I do not feel fear, but you can. All nearby enemies.
Try the legendary gun, I guess.
Safety's off. Warning. Enemy detected.
Looks like the last of them. No sign of a morph, though.
Your shipping yard's just beyond the processing plant. Cache with some goodies is towards the rear of the facility.
Kaiser, we close enough for you to dial in the location of those samples from here?
Yes, they're faint, but I'm detecting multiple valid signatures. I have restored power to the containers.
Jackpot. Get down there and collect as many as you can.
over to Kaiser, and let's get out of here.
Samples secure.
Nice work. No. Earlier scan picked up a valid Terramorph sample, but, well, it's in the spaceport. And the quick route there looks like it got blasted when the port did.
There are steam tunnels under the city, which will allow us to access the spaceport.
What do you... That's right. Kaiser, how did you know that?
I'm not sure.
Percival, you see any better option?
Not from where I'm...
Coming.
Standing.
You got our answer.
Access unlocked. We may proceed.
This fella's from there? This river?
Kaiser, this flora, this is Lazarus plant, isn't it?
Confirmed.
You know, no one even realized it was a living thing until someone got it under a microscope and saw it had cells. Can't be cultivated anywhere but Londinian. Real marvel. We'll find a good use for this. Leeches. What's keeping you things warm? In bloom. You know, we might be some of the only... What's happening?
Have you
seen this?
That's how they're made. They're Lazarus.
Oh my god. The heat leeches are terramorphs. You just saw that, right? You would tell me if I was losing my mind.
That's great.
That heat leech became a terramorph. The pests that have snuck onto every planet
are baby terramorphs.
And the xenogrubs?
Heat leeches hide out in ships, sneak away after landing, and then, with time, they transform. We just found out how terramorphs move between planets.
That's sick. Nothing natural should be able to do that. What the hell is a heat leech?
What are heat leeches? They're one of the most successful pests in the known universe. Tough as titanium, they sneak onto planets by hiding in ship engines, build nests on anything that puts out warmth, animate or otherwise, and make more leeches. But I guess what they're actually doing with all that energy they've been siphoning is fueling one hell of a transformation. Which explains how something as big as a terramorph has been spreading between worlds with no one noticing. Until now.
What we just witnessed, they can't be how all terramorphs are born, right?
No, Lazarus plants can't grow anywhere but here, let alone blossom. People have tried. Plus, if what we just witnessed was happening anywhere else, well, it wouldn't just be Londinian lost to these things. What we just saw, it must be some kind of alternate growth method. One that winnows 70 years of maturation into seconds. It's incredible.
Yeah, true. Maybe that's why there was so many terramorphs here, because of the plants. Plans to clean up the terramorphs.
That I don't have an answer for right now. But if they share a genome, like most nymphs and adults do, the microbe should have no problem dealing with heat leeches and terramorphs. The Aciles we'll have to look into. But given what we know about the creatures, I wouldn't be shocked to find that they've got an appetite for both. I am sincerely inclined to agree, but current evidence suggests nature manages it just fine. The Lazarus plant. It's clearly an accelerant for the terramorph, a heat leech transformation process. Make one into the other in an instant. But that means if anyone knew about this, they could trigger a terramorph spawning. You could sneak a leech into a city, or even multiple leeches, into a place like New Atlantis. Good God. The attack on New Atlantis, could someone have set that up?
That Percy guy. What we just witnessed, it's not plausible. What did it take to pull something off the thing? What we just witnessed.
But first, you'd have to know the truth about all this.
Well, we're never gonna know if you don't catch that thing. Get after it!
We may proceed.
Go!
After I loot. So many leeches in. Is it like a city? Is it back where we were?
SETI attacks, right?
Uploaded them myself.
Captain, let Kaiser take a look at that sample.
Beginning analysis. It is a match. This suggests with high certainty that the Lazarus plant was used to trigger the attacks on both planets.
There's no way a plant this rare, this fragile, just shows up here, New Atlantis, and Tau Ceti. The transformations on those worlds, they must have been triggered by human hands. Captain, do you understand what it is we just stumbled on here?
I think it means that the Lazarus plant was used to trigger the attack in New Atlantis. Someone thought they could get away with attacking the UC.
Exactly. Someone saw the Lazarus plant and realized the ends it could be put to. Makes some sense, actually.
How do they cultivate it?
Tau Ceti was likely their first test. Someplace remote where no one would question a few settlers going missing. Ensure the big show, the attack on New Atlantis, would be a success. And the timing of that one, it couldn't have been just luck that it happened right when we were asking the cabinet to do something about the Terramorphs. These attacks, I think someone planned them to set all this in motion.
Always a suspicious thing.
They certainly were. But having this answer, well, it raises a couple big questions. Who could pull something like this off? And why?
Someone inside the UC must have plans for the Lazarus plant. Aside from Amanda, hold on, one of the soldiers that are most likely to know about this. Maybe some independent group? Mostly.
That's a good point. An accusation this consequential needs evidence to back it up. Not just conjecture.
Let's save the discussion for when you all aren't standing in the universe's closest equivalent to hell frozen over. If we're gonna do anything to prevent more Terramorph attacks, human cause or otherwise, we need that final sample.
Roger that. Kaiser, get us into the spaceport?
The entrance is this way. I am unable to provide sufficient power to the lock mechanism.
Anyone got ideas where we could get some extra juice?
Local power looks like it was controlled in the security office. Upper floor.
Captain and I can scout it out. Kaiser, see if you can't find another way to get it open.
Roger that. I have restored power to the office entrance. You may proceed.
There's the control panel. Still looks operable. Of all the things to survive. Captain. I think I see it.
Reboot engaged. Running diagnostic. Diagnostic complete. Multiple systems unavailable. Warning. Priority safety concern detected. Exterior hatch power restored.
Back in business.
Warning. Emergency recorder message detected. Transcription process engaged. Playback initiated.
Admiral Sanon, we need to make the evacuation request.
That's my father he's addressing. He was here? Didn't think he'd have the guts to look those soldiers in the eye before blowing this place to pieces.
Admiral!
It just transformed. An invisible weapon. No planet would be safe.
That's what he knew.
Colonel, the troops that closed off the sewers after my evaluation, they're all in this facility.
Other than our casualties? Yes, sir.
Good. Get them into defensive positions around the spaceport. No one leaves. I'll send ships as soon as possible.
Thank God. None of us wanted to go down swarmed by those things.
That won't be your fate, Colonel. You have my word.
Transcription complete. Physical copy available.
An invisible weapon. He knew. He knew about the Lazarus plant. Grab that recording. We should talk. Hey, Victus. He destroyed this place. Killed these people to keep what he knew about the Lazarus plant and the Terramorphs and all this a secret. Didn't he?
Planning of reasons for the order of bombing. Turn around that way. Green line street.
The recording said it all. He saw the potential of the plant as a weapon. He killed those people.
Commander in a tough situation.
He decided to sentence his own soldiers to death. What kind of commander is that? But I guess that's just another part of his sick legacy now. Only he didn't succeed. Now someone else knows about the Lazarus plant and is using it exactly how he feared.
It's long gone. It's up to us to get to the bottom of this. So we should come in.
Right. Settled systems are counting on us.
Should I tell her about him? I think I should tell her.
Kaiser, try now.
Successful.
Guys, your sample, it moved. I'd be real careful out there if I were you.
That doesn't sound good. Eyes peeled. I just stashed that sample with Kaiser and we're done.
Sample secure.
All wrapped up. Time to get the hell out of here. Percival, you should unplug and find somewhere we can talk. Privately.
On it. See you soon. Look at all of you. Back from the underworld. Got pretty frantic on the comms towards the end there. But it sounded like this was a success. Got everything we need to put this plan in motion.
Right, let's get rid of the samples in storage. Is the plan going to still work now that we've got to clean up glitches and terramorphs?
Can't be positive until we run some tests. But knowing that the terramorphs have been masquerading as heat leeches all this time is a big find. Arguably makes things more feasible, now that we know what we're dealing with, not less.
Agreed. Plus, I don't think you're gonna have to push real hard to get folks on board with cleaning up one of the galaxy's greatest pests if this is what they're capable of.
But none of that's getting done without the samples. You do have them, right? Ah, best place for them. Now, my connection might have gotten a bit fuzzy there, but do I have it right that Faye Victus knew about this damn plant?
That's what it sounded like.
Guess the old Admiral must have told someone what he learned. Even he's not clever enough to pull off an attack like that from the great beyond.
My Victus couldn't have been involved with that. Actually, can't rule him out. My Victus is alive.
That's putting it lightly.
But it's clear someone knows about the plant and realized what ends it could be put towards. Captain, we need to get these samples back to the lab and verify we'll be able to handle cleaning up the leeches as well as the terramorphs. But in the interim, do you think you could look into what we uncovered? See if you can turn up any information on who might have committed the attacks?
If it were me, I'd start at the scene of the crime, New Atlantis.
Sure, I'll look into it. Already got some ideas. We'll be involved.
Thank you, Captain. Once you finish your investigation, we'll meet you outside the cabinet chambers. They're gonna want to hear this. Take care of yourself. No telling who might be involved.
Visiting Londinian has left me with a longing for Nira. I did not think this was possible.
Why couldn't we get into that other building? good. Get scanned.
You are entering United Colony space. Maintain course and prepare to be scanned.
That's right, it's on my body. Oops.
Our scan detected contraband on board.
Yeah.
Copy that. Stay.
Can we sell them up top? Can we sell them up top?
There's a bit more. I know we're safe now. Oh, please, take...
So. Oh, I wait there. That's it. How the frick did I get that? Digi. Digis? What the frick did I just buy? Wait, did I just buy them off there? Ah, did I?
Thanks for shopping at Jemison Mercantile. Just teleport straight to the mast. Is that what? I'm sure we do. This makes us go to the spaceport.
By the way, Captain, Sergeant Yumi was looking for you. Sounds like he's got more work.
The Trade Authority has access to goods. Be my guest.
Wait, wasn't there other stuff? Notes? Oh no, the A. Right.
pleasure dealing with you.
Oh, wait. Resources over here. Sucks. Put me. Look at his room. It's pretty nice.
Well, what a pleasant surprise. When I heard you and Hadrian were headed for Londinian of all places, I presumed you must be onto something big. Did you find find what you were looking for?
Wait, what? Don't play dumb. I know you're all behind the text. No, is there anything you want to tell me about your time in Londinium?
I haven't been to Londinium in many years. Why? Is there some way I could be of assistance? Were you able to recover what you were looking for?
Kind of.
Good news, then. So, what exactly are you doing here? Plenty still to be done in defeating the Terramorphs, no?
Are you discussing the use of Terramorphs as a weapon? Please stop. You got a juicy citizen, you're going to pay for it. Don't confess.
Did you? Well, I don't know what you think you heard on this recording, but I sincerely hope you didn't come to the wrong conclusions. After all, given the Cabinet's current state of anxiety, they might misinterpret such a discovery to mean I could have been involved with the attacks. Perhaps I can convince you to keep this among us.
Sorry. I just want to know the truth. So you really don't know anything about the tax that you're claiming?
Of course. Do I look like I'm in any position to do what you're describing? So I'd very much appreciate your agreement to not share what you found. We wouldn't want anyone else jumping to conclusions now, would we?
There's another one. So this is your chance to come clean. Just want to know the truth.
You want to hear the words, then? I did it. The Terramorph attacks on Tau City, New Atlantis, my doing. Years of coordination between my associate and I, figuring out how to deploy the Lazarus plant's pollen outside of Londinium, learning to synthesize it, use it as a weapon. Now, being as clever as you are, I'm sure you have thoughts on why I might do such a thing.
To work on something that long, so yeah, this seems personal. No better way to show the UC what a deadly weapon they have in the Lazarus plant than to use it. Associate? I haven't been working with.
All in due time. First, I want to see if you're truly as astute as you appear. So why would someone like me go through all this trouble?
To work on something that long, seems personal.
You couldn't be more right. The attacks were a correction. When I discovered the plant, I did consider handing over what I'd found, but we were at war. And I couldn't risk information that dangerous falling into the wrong hands. So I ordered the bombing of the Londinium spaceport, fixing two problems at once. Halting the spread of the city's Terramorph outbreak, and sealing away knowledge of the plant's potential.
Secret's so dangerous that you can't justify condemning so many lives. You just said it took you years to use the plant outside London, kill them for nothing. It's killed to keep it from ever being used. You can trust your own people in the UC?
These were the final days of the colony war, Captain. The Freestar Collective had spies everywhere. I was concerned that if word got out, the Collective could swoop down, start breeding Lazarus plants, and overrun our worlds with waves of Terramorphs. Just like what was happening on Londinium at that very moment. Sealing off the city to prevent mass death? It was the only option that made sense at the time.
You said it took years. It's better that few people knew about it.
Precisely. In that moment, I couldn't allow another dangerous variable to be added to an already catastrophic war. But then, as the war ended, my trial, my execution, I made a decision. After all, I'd given everything for the colonies. My life as I knew it included. And what did I get in return? Was there any effort by the UC to protect my legacy? My daughter's legacy? No. We were sacrificed when all we did was serve. So I kept what I'd learned and arranged the attacks to set things right again. My daughter She becomes a hero. I become a trusted advisor, having found Kaiser, the research team, and cement my new position of influence when I hand them the name of the person responsible for the attack on New Atlantis. The dear departed Dr. Reginald Orlays, the associate who aided me all these years, and whom I always slated to take the fall. What luck he was stopped dead before he could hurt anyone else. His decades on the run brought to an end by another unlikely hero. You.
Damn it. I should have boarded the ship. Just for cleanup crew? How could you have coordinated all this from here? So you murdered UC citizens because of some slight against your honor.
Why would I want to be in the good graces of the people who control my very life? I don't know, Captain. Maybe I still dream of a life outside these walls someday. A new face would be needed, of course, but it wasn't an impossibility. Though now, I'm not so sure.
So I'm just your cleanup crew. I think you're very clever.
Captain, please. You've benefited here as much as I have. Maybe more. It's why I had Orlays reprogram Kaiser. Had that old machine guide you to where I found the plant all those years ago. I went to great lengths to ensure your and Adrian's success. And look at the results. I know for a fact the Cabinet's planning to honor both you and Hadrian once this is all done. Isn't that preferable to languishing away in obscurity? Running jobs on the tail end of nowhere for the Vanguard, with only the vague hopes of perhaps earning the right to buy a home in the well someday.
You'll be earning me for cleaning up your messes. If you're waiting for me to say thank you, we're going to be I suppose there have been some benefits to this. What kind of honors are we talking here?
Something befitting the dedication to the colonies you two have shown. While of course they can't give you a command, responsibility like that has to be earned. The Cabinet does have access to considerable resources. I expect you'll be quite pleased with the result. And none of it would have happened without my intervention. Precisely. And let's not forget the importance of our actual endgame. Eliminating the Terramorphs. Securing knowledge of the Lazarus plant. What we've set in motion is going to protect thousands, maybe millions of lives. I'm simply requesting one more life be protected. Mine. I've already sent along the evidence of Orlays' role in the attacks to the Cabinet, leaving out my own involvement. All I ask is that you confirm as much to the Cabinet. Tell them that it was Orlays and Orlays alone.
I can't believe I can't.
After all, I do still have a long list of threats to the UC. This needn't be the end of our good works together.
Okay. Because once I tell the Cabinet, it'll probably be your last. No, I'm not sure what I'm going to tell you. Fine, I'll make sure everything is pinned on Orlays. Might as well, eh?
Splendid. Then I won't keep you. You've got important work, after all. Here's to a bright future.
What other work he'll give me? It's Adrian in person.
Hello, Captain. Commencing follow procedures.
Right, talk to him. Be right back. Let's have a quick break. Stream for like 2.5 hours. Go up to the Cabinet. BRB. She's too fast. Man, how cool is the little rotating? Swear, she's in on it, eh?
Perfect timing. We just got in. So on our end, good news. The microbe and the acyles are both as effective against heat leeches as they are against terramorphs.
Means either plan should work for clearing those critters off our worlds.
Makes sense.
Considering what the Lazarus plant is capable of, I don't think we can deal with those things fast enough. I already sent along info to the cabinet to get them up to speed. So what about your end? Did you find anything? Any leads on who might have committed the attacks?
What do you feel? What do you feel like? Yes. Yes. Doing fine.
Captain? Captain, please, go on.
You reckon I can do it? Sure, I'm still there. Reginald Orlace, he perpetrated the attacks.
Orlace? Reginald Orlace? He did this? I didn't think he was still alive. You're sure it was him?
You knew Orlace?
Oh yeah. Both worked for UC Defense Research way back when. Different departments, but everyone knew Orlace. Had a mean eye for weapons tech. And a meaner temper. Wasn't exactly a surprise when he fled instead of standing trial after the colony war. But finding out he's taken up mass murder in the years since, that is a shock. You're sure about this?
No, I'm not sure.
That's some impressive work. So then give us the rundown. Where's Orlais now? Were you able to bring him in?
It wasn't a mission to bring him in and kill him. Didn't realize what they'd done at the time. Still shaking up. I don't know.
I see. It would have been good to be able to question him, but I've been in those situations. I'm sorry you had to go through it. Any idea why he might have done it? Or what he was doing with the plant?
Sure, I never found a
I
conversion.
can't imagine the amount of work it took to deploy the Lazarus plant off-world. Strange to go to all that trouble and not state your reasons.
Well, the man knew how to hold a grudge. I wouldn't be shocked if this was him getting back at the UC for trying to put him on trial.
I guess. Well, at least you won't be able to hurt anybody else now. Might be the best we could ask for, given the circumstances. So I guess there's nothing else to do but get this all in front of the cabinet. Unless there were other things we needed to discuss. This might be our last opportunity to talk things through before the cabinet weighs in on a decision regarding the Terramorphs.
Microbe is gonna make the cleanup a whole lot quicker. If we're concerned about this Lazarus plant getting deployed again, that's the way to go.
The cabinet can secure the Lazarus plant, and then we're not risking any surprises when it comes to dealing with a microbe.
You're being paranoid. You know the science. You know we can make this safe.
I do know the science. I also know math. And a 1 in a million chance of a mutation isn't 0. So I guess we're still in discussion. Probably best at this point to let the cabinet weigh in, see if they have a preference.
Okay. Let's go. Let's head in there.
And here we go.
Boy Vash.
Welcome back, all of you. I wish we were meeting under better circumstances. But according to Hadrian's report, and the second one I just received, it seems the Terramorph attack on New Atlantis was no random occurrence, but a planned strike. Is what I'm reading here true?
That's correct, ma'am. It's a deliberate attack. Found the culprit.
My God.
An attack? Using Terramorphs? How is that possible?
You will all receive a full briefing once we're done here. So then, is what the second report claims correct? Did Reginald Orlais commit these attacks, Captain?
Always hope my Victus held my attacks. Adrian, you should tell them.
You want me to... well, we believe that report to be correct, ma'am. Reginald Orlais appears to have committed the attacks.
Reginald Orlais? Wasn't there a report he'd been killed recently?
Body was found floating around Etheria. Report mentioned you were sent to try and bring him in, Captain. I guess that didn't go according to plan.
Ah, yes. I was told about your mission, and who ordered it. Did you two suspect at the time Orlais might have been involved in the attacks?
No idea, ma'am. I just thought we were dealing with a known criminal. No idea, ma'am. I just thought we were dealing with a known criminal.
Well, it appears you were ahead of the curve. This report contains definitive evidence Orlais triggered the attacks via this Lazarus plant the Captain and Major Sinan uncovered.
Simply harrowing.
Indeed. Though it would have been preferable for him to have finally faced the UC's justice, It seems both of you are to be commended for ensuring he was dealt with before he could strike again. You have our thanks. Now, with our villain unmasked, we can attend to the other matters at hand. With the threads you've brought together here, the Lazarus plant, the attacks, the heat leeches, the three of you have likely spared thousands of lives. But it now falls to the cabinet to ensure this can never happen again. As such, the cabinet will be securing the Lazarus plant on Londinian. All materials related to the plant will be classified to ensure no one else learns its true nature.
A sound decision, Madam President.
Agreed. Securing the plant is enough. It should be wiped out. What sort of measures involved in securing the Lazarus plants?
I'm glad you think so. So then,
she knows.
To our final topic. The cabinet has agreed to implement a plan that will deal with the Terramorph, and now also heat leech presence on human worlds. In fact, we've already begun enacting measures to check all UC ports and settlements for undiscovered nests. But we all understand this is only a partial solution. The project we're embarking on will be a long and difficult one. So our first step must be deciding how exactly this all will be handled.
Madam President, this microbe is clearly too much of a risk. The Aseles are the safer approach.
To someone with limited knowledge of biology, perhaps? The technology behind the microbe is solved science, Madam President. It isn't dangerous. Using it to wipe out the Terramorphs would be the quickest path to protecting humanity.
And fast results always lead to the best outcomes, don't they?
As you can see, there remains debate among the cabinet. We were hoping your group might issue a recommendation. Major?
We've been having similar debates ourselves, but the captain has yet to weigh in.
I see. Captain, I know this may not be your area of expertise, but we'd like to know your take on the matter.
You have to decide. Terramorphs have caused enough damage. They can be wiped out quickly with a microbe. Be sufficient? Yeah, true.
I believe we have a responsibility to do something, yes. Heavens forbid, years from now someone reopens the Pandora's box that Orlais discovered. It falls to us to enact every measure required to ensure that day never...
I'm in full agreement. No need be delving into unpredictable sciences.
And Major Sinan? Dr. Walker, you'd find this acceptable?
We trust the captain's judgment.
Then the matter is settled. We'll begin the process immediately.
Oh yeah.
Today marks day one for the United Colonies Terramorph Management Division, making you three the founding members of the TMD. As befits such a group, the cabinet wanted to display its gratitude. Today, we will be adding 3 new Class 1 citizens to our ranks.
Class 1? For the 3 of us? Are you joking?
It's Class 1.
What he means to say is, thank you, ma'am.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
As long as, what's a Class 1?
It's a status reserved only for those who've dedicated their lives to the United Colonies, or done great things for its cause. Class 1s enjoy an ample credit disbursement, an additional reduction on the cost of colonial goods. And I'm told the penthouse is rather impressive.
We get a penthouse? Thank you. As long as I'm getting paid.
Then I expect you'll be quite pleased. Now, there's much to be done. Major Sinan, Dr. Walker, I hope you two are willing to continue your efforts spearheading the TMD's research on Mars.
We'd be honored, ma'am.
As for you, Captain, the Vanguard will be providing much of the on-the-ground support for the TMD. As a member of both the Vanguard and the TMD, I believe you'll have your pick of duties. Speak to your commander, Tuala, if I recall correctly. He should be able to provide you with assignments going forward, Plus help you collect the benefits that come with being named Class 1.
Oh yeah, I want to
On behalf of the whole of the United Colonies, you have our sincerest gratitude. This meeting is adjourned.
Sweet. That's pretty sweet. That station? Maybe. Oh, and that station's like the next level down below, eh? And that's Wala. Once we do that, then we can... Hadrian? Is that how it works?
Well, well, I've got to say, this is a first. I've never had a Class 1 citizen in my ranks before. Congratulations, Captain.
Let's see to collect wherever it is. Tell me about the Class 1 citizen.
It's a high honor. Have to do something big for the colonies to earn that sort of designation. Only ever met a couple myself, and certainly never given one orders. You should be real proud.
Thank you, Commander.
No need to thank me. You brought this on yourself. I've already gone ahead and processed your Class 1 benefits. All UC goods and services should now have a thanks for protecting the colonies discount. And the credits should be in your accounts now. But to get into your penthouse, you'll have to pay a visit to the Aphelion Realty office. They should be able to grant you access.
It's incredibly generous. Let's see the UC use credits where credits due. Rather drink edge line at least the price is right. Where's the office?
Just out the front door and across the plaza, by the embassies. Look for the Aphelion sign.
Okay.
Higher-ups wanted to make sure you know how much they appreciate what you've done. But, with all that squared, it's time to get you a new assignment.
Oh yeah.
There are your standard Vanguard missions, putting those pilot skills to use defending UC space.
Yeah.
Or you could help the TMD in cleaning up terramorphs. Oh, and I got a request from Dr. Walker. Wanted your help collecting biological samples to keep an eye out for any, new alien threats on the horizon. Any of those missions call to you?
Vanguard mission. Haven't really done one. First of all, I'm going to take some time. I want to do Vanguard mission.
Suppose that's true. Well, we can remedy that right now. Vanguard space missions, hunting morphs, or helping Dr. Walker. Suppose that's true. Just getting those coordinates to you now. Report says ships at these coordinates fired on United Colonies craft. You're cleared to use lethal force if necessary. Documentation suggests Ecliptic might be involved in the attack, so I'd take extra precautions. Do us proud.
went the wrong way.
Would-be savior Grab jumped in. This definitely is
I do hope you are enjoying your time in New Atlantis. Enjoy the rest of your day.
I only fly on time.
Thanks for stopping by. What brings you in?
Let me look at it.
Last stop, Apollo.
My favorite. Hope you're not here for the apartment on the 8th floor.
We've seen
We call
7
it dips.
apartments so far.
Got the mortgage approval signed and ready. Apollo's got the best view of the city. And it's closer to Nat. I
Like
mean,
by 30.
technically,
So many of the
Orion
floor
is
plans
closer
are
to the
cookie
heart
cutter.
of the city, but...
Must be in the last district. Real time. Commercial maybe? Commercial. He was on a mission. We did the mission. He was back at the lab. Sanctum? It was a pretty good mission. It was pretty fun. I'm trying to find this real estate so I can get my house. Oh, there it is. Just across the way. Give me my penthouse.
Well, well, if it isn't the United Colony's newest Class 1 citizen, you've made quite a name for yourself in New Atlantis. In fact, the higher-ups want to thank you for your dedicated service by giving you one of the nicest pieces of real estate in the city. It's a premium penthouse at the top of Mercury Tower. Best location in New Atlantis, in my professional opinion.
Okay.
What do you say? It'll just take a second to get you registered as the owner.
Oh yeah. Interested.
Great! You're in for a real treat. It's one of my favorite apartments in the city.
That's sick.
Okay, you're all set. Your new home's located in Mercury Tower in the residential district.
What's that?
You'll love the place. It has a gorgeous floor plan and an unbeatable view of the city. Now that you're an owner, I'm sure I'll be seeing you around town.
Is it? Go back now. Let's do this mission. We got the key list.
Clear to engage.
People say I need more money. Like, thinking about you, talking about you. That's dream, right there.
Now we're gonna. What's that? Story. Gemison. Victus. So we can't fast travel to the last district? I like those are smaller than I remember.
Supporting the Vanguard's way more interesting than lugging cargo, that's for damn sure.
Super et Ultra, Captain.
Mission for the
Could use a hand clearing out some United Colonies airspace. Up for some flying? All right, let's... Ah, here we go. to that location and take down any hostiles you encounter.
If this guy will give us a prize for not lying, or for lying about him. We'll probably see Adrian down there, right? If she is part of it.
What's this? Just you then? No UC executioner. So the cabinet knows the truth about Orlais. Splendid.
So
that means you and I can get to work. Once we'd cracked synthesizing the Lazarus plant's pollen, research that took years in and of itself, the attacks were exceedingly simple. Orlais' ship would land on our target, bearing a few heat leeches. Nothing that would raise suspicion. Then Lazarus pollen was pumped out of the ship during liftoff from the planet's surface. Shortly thereafter, an attack. A strike perpetrated in mere moments, with no one being the wiser.
That's some sort. Why not try to evacuate Londinium right below the spaceport?
We were in the middle of an all-out war, Captain. Committing ships to save the city would have left another undefended. Which city would you prefer I'd sacrificed? Sidonia? Gagarin? New Atlantis? And if anyone else had learned about the Lazarus plant, well, the risk was too great. I weighed the options and made the call.
Fair enough. Why not try to evacuate? If anyone's going to know this, it's you. Why did the UC lose the colony war?
I'll tell you why. Because the UC was, and is, full of people unwilling to pay the price required for victory. In the last days of the war, the UC was on the precipice of executing a final great assault on the Freestar Collective home system of Cheyenne. A massive strike, capable of obliterating Freestar Central Command and ending the conflict at long last.
Why wait so long? Why not just knock out their leadership early and be done with it?
A thought I'd had myself. But such invasions are costly, in resources and lives. Others in the UC believed the blockade would be sufficient to bring the Freestar Collective to its knees. But they were wrong. So instead, they sacrificed far more lives in a protracted war, rather than doing the right thing from the start, and demolishing the Freestar capital when they have the chance. But just before we could launch the strike, word came from Londinium. The Terramorph outbreak had begun. I went to the city to assess the state of things, and discovered the Lazarus plant. We couldn't spare ships for a proper quarantine, so it was my decision to destroy the spaceport and seal off the city. Deal with it quickly, so we could get back to winning the war.
So I suppose I could see the logic there.
It seemed a simple choice. So upon my return from Londinium, we proceeded with our killing blow. Initially, we had great success against the mess the Freestar Collective called a Navy. But then the Freestar citizenry decided to get involved. Dozens of civilian ships jumping in to shield their military counterparts. I, of course, had no trouble firing on what should have been designated enemy vessels. But my peers had lost the stomach for it. So many lives lost already, they wailed. So the great UC Navy was routed by a mob. They picked our ships apart. The UC surrendered not long after. And thus rang the death knell for the great UC.
Bested by civilians, ironic, considering the civilians you sacrificed on Londinium.
It's human nature to see patterns, even when there are none. What ended the colony war was cowardice, nothing less. Well, thanks to our combined efforts, the Sanan name has more clout with the cabinet than it has in years. I hope to build on that. I have a long list of names civilized society would be better without. I just need someone to help me remove them from the picture. Should we begin the hunt making the settled systems a little safer. Arms dealers, rogue scientists, UC turncoats, war criminals from the Colony War. Each poses a threat if left unchecked. I'd be directing you to them, and you'd be making the galaxy better for us all.
Sounds sus.
The UC doesn't consider these threats worthy of action just yet. But by the time they do, it may well be too late. Which is why we'll be dealing with them before they can cause greater harm. As far as possible legal repercussions, I'll only be sending you to targets once they're away from the general populace. You may have to deal with some mercenaries or other general banditry, but no one's gonna shed a tear if a merchant of death or a chem peddler and their henchmen meet an early end. You won't be going after anyone that you see might miss. So you needn't fear in that regard.
Good stuff.
Just what I was hoping to hear. There's a slate waiting for you in the transfer system. Those are the details for our first, person of interest. Find them, eliminate them, and make the galaxy a better place for it. Though I would expect some resistance when trying to approach the target. Deal with any you encounter as you see fit.
Seems a bit sus, eh? I don't know. Is he here or is he somewhere else? First will be up here. Advanced research.
Yo.
Yo yo. Gentlemen. You coming back?
I don't know, it might run off to swim away. What? What? You gonna pull? Huh? Your hamstrings?
Yes. Bye, skinny boy.
I'm afraid I'm not at liberty to discuss the details.
Don't watch his screen.
Alright, it's just me. Me and myself and Irene. Who the frick's person? Take all this stuff.
Yes? What?
So, why is there a teddy?
I'm pleased we'll be working together. You seem like a person who gets results. Well, the TMD has a long road ahead of it, but the results will be worth it.
Hello. Oh, our backlog of medical claims is astronomical. Put it all on data slates and I could build a bridge to, in my opinion, a society's only as advanced. It is my pleasure to attempt to steer this lumbering bureaucracy. My background's in medicine, but I like to think I've graduated from helping one patient at a time to, well, all of them at once.
Okay.
You're always welcome. Hope to stop by.
There's nothing else from here. Outside? What's the tower? Mercury. Is that where we live now? Mercury Tower. That station. Where is he? Oh, is he on Mars at the HQ? Must be at the HQ. Let's check out the penthouse while we're in the street. Check out Carlos. I'm home alone. Everybody gone. So it's Mercury Tower? It's gonna be empty, isn't it? this like a little bedroom? Study? Oh. What the frick? This is pretty cool. We could probably jump down to our ship, eh? What's that over there? Yes. A special mod? Pantry? No secret rooms? Jesus, how big is this place? Bathroom? Wow, gee, man, how big is this place? Another balcony? Man, this is so cool. That's a pretty good reward, eh? Laundry? Oh yeah. A bedroom. So we got one. Living lounge. Double ensuite. So this will probably be our main bedroom. This be the lounge room. This man, it's pretty nice. Really nice, actually. Can we? Except for skies. Huh. Can we? Oh, we can't just travel to our home, eh? Benzene, alright. Oh, I don't have much materials, do we? That's storage. Oh yeah. Let's see. Sinker. coasting. That's a planet person before. Mission boards? And now? TV. It's slanted, so it probably won't work, eh? Refrigerator? It took forever to deck out of house. Surgical bed. Jesus, what is this? console? That's pretty cool. Oh, we got our house. I'll end the stream there, guys. But I'll see you next one. Peace.